Hey guys, in following some of my favorite people doing various bad fanfiction readings, I thought perhaps I would do one. Sadly, I want to blow my brains out for even thinking this, but I do. I plan on having my brother, because he's funny, I'm not, actually help, and suffer with me. But I highly doubt he'll do anything, so let's go. I am reading from fanfiction.net, section books, section Harry Potter. No, it's not My Immortal, it's Me Against the World by Goth Princess 666. Sadly, the author of 6 stories. Oh my god. Me Against the World, a bunch of stars. Author's note, this is one of the first stories I've writ, okay? So please be nice. No. Hi, my name is Stardust Ember Delirium Nitroglycerin. Get it? Nitroglycerin? 'Cause I'm such a sex bomb. No. I have long black wavy black hair, okay? And I wear, okay, a long black cape with hot pink, I have no idea how this will be interesting, because I can't spell worth shit, and my pronunciation's bad, so yeah. Pink, something like that, tassels on the end. You don't, what? I have small black shoes with the word 66, that's not words! With the word 666 painted on in stocking red paint. The hell? I am a witch at Hogwarts, totally not capitalized. A school for withies and wizards. But I am also part vampire. My mother was bitten by a vampire while she was being pregnant, so I came out half vampire. That's not how it works. Unless you sparkle, then that's just stupid. I was sitting at the Slytherin table, which is still not capitalized, when suddenly I noticed Harry Potter looking at me from the Gryffindor table. Still not capitalized, but whatever. He looked so hot. I would have gone over to chat with him, but I noticed he was surrounded by a bunch of preps. Oh, heaven forbid he has friends that aren't gothic. But said gothic, it's not gothic, it's gothic. But I know, he was no prep, because, dear Lord, ever since he was, what? But I know he was no prep because ever since he was bitten by a vampire himself, he has been so cool. Like, whatever, I'm not going there. I wanted to go talk to him so bad too. Wrong to, right to. Seriously, people learn the difference. I know I misspelled that too, but my goodness. After a while, he left the table with the preps and cum, C-U-M, and come over to our table. Yeah, I just got a bad mental image of Harry doing something he shouldn't be doing to the Slytherin table. I smiled at him. Wow, some of this I'm impressed. I've read excuse me. I've read some really shitty bad fanfiction, but at least things in here are spelled properly. Yeah, you'll be reading this with me. You'll be like, what do you mean spelled properly? No, it's spelled properly compared to things like My Immortal and the other story, Twila, a girl who was in love with a vampire. Okay. I smiled at him. Let's leave this place. I might want to take that back. Let's leave this place, I said sexily. He nodded and we left the main hall. We went into an empty room and suddenly Harry Potter jumped on me. What? I laughed as we pulled off our ARE clothes and did it. Author's note. If you don't know what it is, then you shouldn't be reading, okay? We started screwing each other. Okay. When you say and did it, you don't, then you give me an author's note telling me I shouldn't be reading it if I don't know what you're talking about. Then you tell me what you're talking about to start with. That's exactly the bull they did in Twila. Anyway, suddenly I noticed we were being watched. It was Hagrid. What the hell? Next chapter, whenever it loads. Oh no, more bad writing. At least some things are spelled properly. We looked in shock how am I supposed to say that? We looked in shock as Hagrid pulled down his pants. Hagrid has always been a perv, especially to Harry Potter. Now then, Stardust, he said, I don't think that's in the rules. I pulled out my long wooden what? I pulled out my long wooden wang and started to zap a spell at Hagrid. Hagrid ran away without pulling his pants back up. Oh no, I yelled, Harry, you've lost your election. Skip back. The distraction had made Harry's penis go back down. There would be no more sex for tonight. What? Like you could... What? That's not how it works, dearie. A man can be teased back into the election. We put back on our clothes. I guess that would be pronounced closed. Sadly, and went back to the main hall. Oh, Stardust, said Harry, who suddenly smiled. Well, what? I said. I was going to tack Hermione, however you say her name, Hermione, to a concert, Harry began, holding out some tickets. But I don't want to, 'cause she's a total prep. Just don't tell her, okay? So we don't like Hermione, apparently. Because she's smart and you're stupid. Whatever. I nodded. But what are the tickets for, I asked. It's a concert ticket to see Simple Plan, said Harry. Author's note, oh my god, hot. I screamed of excitement. Excite? I don't know if that's spelled properly or not. They are my favorite band of all time. Oh my god, no. Calm down, PLZ, laughed Harry. It's not till tomorrow. Until them, how about you and me have some private time? Author's note, so what do you think so far, guys? Pretty good, huh? Compared to most other Sue fanfics, yes. But you probably should still burn. Probably. Chapter 3. Then it was bedtime. The lights started to put out. Apparently they're hookers. And I returned to my dormitory. Dormitory. I fell asleep immediately, and on top of my Simple Plan... Okay, just take out and... I fell asleep immediately, and on top of my Simple Plan sheet covers. I dreamed about them all night. Who, Simple Plan or Harry? I dreamed I was in a bath with them all, and Harry Potter, okay, and then Harry Potter jumped in with me and we started to screw. Couldn't we just say Harry? Then the bath turned into a cannon, and I started to shot at the preps. I woke up happy and excited. Then there was a knock at the door. I opened it and it was Harry Potter. Just say Harry. Well, hello there, I said attractively. Harry Potter grinned. He pulled the tickets out of his pocket. I almost screamed when I saw the tickets. No, when I saw the ticks. No, said Harry, shaking his head. No screaming. The concert is in half an hour at 6 a.m.? No one else is awake yet. We have to sneak out. I followed Harry along the dark and dimly lit corridor. Why would they be having a concert at 6 in the morning? We saw the door and I went for the number it to get out. Don't, said Harry. Finally, we have to disable it first. Harry pulled out his wind and zapped at the door. The door squeaked open. We went outside. Outsidey? Authors don't get it 'cause I'm a goth and I like death. No. I looked around the outside of Hogwarts. Then I saw a car. Dumbledore's car. Authors note, please leave nice reviews, guys. I'm new at writing. On your profile, that's not what it says. On her profile, it says that she's been writing for a while, and her teachers tell her she's awesome. So she decided to post on fanfiction.net. Oh my god. Please hurt things. Dumbledore's car was the only car there. We're going to steal it, said Harry, noticing I was looking at Dumbledore's car, but we need both our wangs to we need both our wangs' power to do it. That's so made of rock. I nodded and pulled out my wand. Now then, said Harry, this car is too old and preppy. Let's make it more gothic. Goth, not goth. I squealed in excitement and zapped the car. Suddenly the car was the Batmobile. Just right for us goths, I said. Next we wanded on the car to open the door. The door squeaked open. We got into the car and started to drove off. Are we going to Mac it and Tim? I asked, looking frantically at my black watch. The concert would be in 20 minutes. We speeded along the road. No stupid prep muggles would dare to stop us. Authors note, and my prep muggles And my prep muggles, I don't mean hot ones like Simple Plan and My Chemical Romance. Idiots. Well, at least we're using muggles and not humans. But anyway, next thing we know, we were outside the concert stadium. Me and Harry got out of the car and went into the inside of the stadium. The disco lights, L-I-T-E-S, shined onto us. A Simple Plan went on the stage. What, no sparkles? The crowd cheered with excitement, and me and Harry joined in, screaming and screeching. This was the happiest day of my life. Oh dear Lord, it's going downhill from now. I want to hurt things, I really do. You they don't have concerts at 6 in the morning. That's crazy. The Batmobile. It's Gotham now. Actually, we're on chapter 5. I was a chapter behind. Anyway, who cares? We danced around to the music, then all of a sudden, Puri jumped down from the stagger and went up to me. I don't know who that is. I guess someone from the band? I glanced over at Harry and I could tell he was jealous, but so what? Oh, wow, that's a good girlfriend of you, I guess. I went up on the stage with Puri and the band danced around me. I had such an organism. They jumped around seductively on the hot stage. Well, actually, that part's right. And in front of all those lights, it gets really hot. I should know, I was in choir before my voice sucked. It was so great. Then all of a sudden, I locked in the crowd. There was Dumbledore. Oh no, my organism dropped in an instant. The music stopped. "What's that?" said Perry. "Why have you stopped dancing all of a sudden?" Then Harry ran onto the stage. "Stardust, we have to go." I totally forgot that was her name. He said sadly, "Dumbledore must have followed us in the car here. We could be in big trouble." "What?" I yelled. "But this is the happiest day of my life. I can't go. I can't." The hell? This is so stupid. "What's going on?" said Sebastian, who had put his guitar down on the floor. "What the hell are you talking about?" said Puri. Then all of a sudden the crowd started turning around. Dumbledore has noticed them. "There you are, you filthy children. There you are, you filthy children," he boomed, and his voice created an echo around the whole room. HOLE. "You disrespectful pubescent scum!" He was screaming now, and he had come all the way up to the stage. Author's note. So what do you think so far, guys? It's shit. Really. If I wasn't reading this out loud, recording it, and I'm going to post it on my channel, I would have left the first chapter. And I think how many chapters of this? Holy shit, there's 23. Oh, but at least it's finished, so there's going to be no more chapters. Yay. Sebastian had already pressed the security button. How did he get there to press it? Dumbledore started jumping up and down on the stage and whacked Harry with his broomstick. "I thought you said he was in the car!" I screamed. Hacking Dumbledore with wands from my spell. That's reversed. Then the security bodyguards arrived and pulled Dumbledore away. "Just what do you think you're doing?" screamed Dumbledore. Screamed Dumbledore, I mean. "Who do you think I am?" Dumbledore was thrown out the door and we continued to enjoy the concert. What the hell? Harry looked at me, slightly worried. "You know, N.O. Stardust," said Harry. "We could be in big trouble when we arrive back at Hogwarts." I decided to put that out of my mind for a while, and dancing on the stage was Simple Plan and Harry. You didn't care about him to start with, but now we care about Harry. Whatever the hell, that's so stupid. Would never happen in real life, obviously. We left as the crowd cheered and clapped for our dancing. I won awards for dancing when I was younger. Sure you did. After a while, the concert was over, but not before I got autographs from all the members of Simple Plan. Author's note. Oh my god, hot. Wow, I was so happy. We went back outside the concert and looked around for Dumbledore. Nowhere to be seen. We pulled out our wands and zapped the car door open, and me and Harry got back inside to the car and drove off. We drove down the road as snow fell on our Batmobile car. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. We paused the... Okay. We paused the car in a derelict road and started to screw. My foot kept pressing on the car beeper, and the car beeped as we screwed sexily. Then we got up and put back on our clothes and drove away. Yeah. We drove back in the car park of Hogwarts. We got out of the car and used our wands to shut the door closed. Now then, said Harry, looking at the car. This car still locks like the Batmobile, so we need to zap it to look like Dumbledore's car again. We pulled both our wands and zapped on the car. Nothing happened. Why isn't it changing back? Why isn't it changing back? I cried out seductively. Harry sighed. I don't know, N.O., he said. Let's try on more time. We zapped on the car again, but it didn't work. The car was still the same. I sighed. Now what are we going to do? I asked suddenly. Rain started to pour down. There you are, you wretched vermin, boomed an aggressive voice. We looked around, and it was Dumbledore. What have you done to my beloved car? Why is it a Batmobile? And how dare you run off to a concert without my permission? Dumbledore pulled out his wand and put spells on the car. The car turned back into Dumbledore's boring blue old prep car. Now then, said Dumbledore, I know kids do some crazy things, so I'll ignore this one for now. But if you dare, and I mean dare, steal my car again, I will be on you like a ton of weights. However, you can go out and steal anyone else's car and turn it into however many Batmobiles you like. Now go inside, you rich children. It is raining. Me and Harry walked reluctantly inside, and we headed back to our respected dormitories. We went to sleep until morning came. What the hell? It was already morning, so you just skipped all your classes? Author's note, what do you think so far? You'll never guess what happens next. Yeah. More scurrying, more bad story writing, more stupid shit that would never happen even in real life, and, a whole hell of a lot more chapters of boring bullshit. I dreamed all night about Harry and Simple Plan. Oh god, I was getting a sleep organism. Suddenly, coo, 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 coo. What? My Gothic cuckoo clock had woke me up. Okay. I jumped up immediately and rushed out to the main hall. I was eating my breakfast, which was cereal in the shape of little ghosts. Author's note. Oh my god, Gothic kawaii. Seriously. When I was done doing tat, I walked around trying to find Harry Potter. Harry? I yelled flirtily. Suddenly I heard footsteps behind me. Oh, Harry. Ah! I jumped up. It wasn't Harry, it was Hagrid. Now then, young lass, said Hagrid, I have a wee problem on my hands. So then Dumbledore's threatening giving me the sack 'cause I was caught with my pants down. And I won't let that happen again. So, Lassie, just come along with me and we won't have any more problems then, will we? What the hell? Why is Hagrid... I don't want to know. I tried to run off, but Hagrid, being a giant, grabbed me and picked me up. Hold it right there, yelled a voice. I stared. It was Harry. Harry! I yelled happily. Put her down this instant, yelled Harry, pulling out his wand. Aye, laddie. Why is he speaking like a Scot? I don't think he speaks like that. I read like one book. And then watched like 2 or 3 movies. I don't think he speaks like that from what I remember. You'll just have to stop me then, won't ya? Harry's wand started to glue a bright light. A lightning bolt zapped out of Harry's wand and started to zap Hagrid, but the lightning bolts bounced off and scorched the walls. I looked sadly. I thought Harry could win for sure. Is that all ya got there, laddie? Said Hagrid, who pulled out a bagpipe and started playing on it while holding my arm so I couldn't run off with his other hand. Harry then zapped the bagpipe with his wand and it broke. What does a bagpipe have to do with anything? You can't play a bagpipe with one hand. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, now you got me mad there, said Hagrid, who let go of me and got ready to charge into Harry. I thought of running away, but then I thought of Harry. I pulled out my wand, and it glowed with a bright light. Imperial! I yelled, and the spell shot out of my wand, knocking Hagrid to the wall, and he fell down to the floor. Let's get out of here, yelled Harry. We both ran flirtively with each other and ran back upstairs. What do you think, guys? I think I'm brain dead. That's what I think. Okay, let's start reading more of this shit before I have to eat something. We rushed back up the stairs and we started passively kissing against a wall. Then suddenly, Hermione and Ron jumped out. From where? And where were they hiding and why? Oh, wow, said Ron. This is so hot. Hermione stopped. This is disgusting, screamed Hermione. I thought you loved me. Harry stopped kissing me and turned to T-O, Hermione. You and me, said Harry, we're just friends. I thought you knew that already. I think that's misspelled. I accepted you to be... Yeah, that's... I accepted you to be more mature, Hermione screamed. Oh, why did I focus my what? I accepted you to be more mature, Hermione screamed. Oh, why did I focus my unrealistic exasperations? Hermione stormed off. Yeah, okay, out of the room. Calm down, said Ron, following her. Who needs her anyway, I said. What a total prep. Wait here, ... Stardust, ... said Harry, who ran down the corridor. Hermione, wait up. I stood there in the corridor for a while. Why? Hey, oh my god, no. Hey, Stardust. I turned around. It was Draco. What are you doing in this corridor all by yourself? Oh, I'm just waiting for some friends, ... I said. Okay then, if you need anything, don't forget to call, said Draco, who ran down the flight of steps. Why would... Draco wouldn't be that friendly. What the hell? Just at that moment, Harry emerged from the corridor. Harry, I yelled. Yeah, Hermione's, without an apostrophe, in a mood, said Harry. I don't know what's wrong with her lately. Author's note. Stupid preps. You're so stupid. That's retarded. I'm sure it'll... Well, I guess I would read that right. It'll pass, I said reassuringly. What What are you doing on Gryffindor grounds? Boomed a voice from the end of the corridor. It was Professor McGonagall. This is, began McGonagall. I would like to deny it. The most blatant destruction of the rules I have ever witnessed, and I heard the information of you vandalizing Dumbledore's misspelled and no apostrophe car to go to a stupid concert. We didn't vandalize it, yelled Harry. Wow, that actually has a point. And it was not stupid, and yeah, it was. You two have been breaking the rules since day one, yelled McGonagall. It's McGonagall. Yeah, this whole thing's been McGonagall, not McGonagall. What am I smoking? I apparently can't read. And I, for one, shall not tolerate this disrespectful manners. We looked at each other. We were in trouble. Again. Author's note. Do you like how this is turning out, guys? If you leave nasty comments, you're a prep. Oh my god, no, we're starting this crap. That's so stupid. Thanks for reading so far, guys. In author's shitty-tastic note. Suddenly, Dumbledore came up the stairs. Ah, Albert Dumbledore. Why would she say his full name? Said McGonagall. Look here, these mischievous troublemakers have been making trouble. What the hell? Oh, what? Oh, what a surprise, Dumbledore said sarcastically. We looked at each other, smiling. And just what are you brats grinning about? Yelled Dumbledore, jumping up and down. Why would he jump up and down? First you vandalize my car. Then you, McGonagall, what is it for this time? Trespassing, said McGonagall calmly. Trespassing, screaming Dumbledore. The very essence of crime. What? Do you want to get expelled? Author's note. Get it? Skull, 'cause I'm Gothic and I like death and skulls. You're stupid. We shook our heads. Well, then stop breaking the rules, screamed Dumbledore. Well, that would still be rules, but it's missing an E. I only came up here to wave Harry goodbye, I said angrily. McGonagall's... It's apostrophe S, not S apostrophe. McGonagall's taking this way out of proportion. Dumbledore turned to McGonagall. Is this true, Gongle? Why would we just say Gongle? Asked Dumbledore. McGonagall shook her head. Surely you of all humans agree. What the hell? Stated McGonagall. That these children have done nothing but destruct the rules. Dumbledore nodded. You two are waltzing on very thin ice. This makes no sense whatsoever, said Dumbledore. Let's go, McGonagall. We'll discuss what to do with these troublemakers at a later date. Dumbledore and McGonagall walked back down the stairs. Oh my god, it's so stupid. So now they're in trouble for absolutely nothing. And the adults are stupid. I wonder if a little 14-year-old writing this. Seriously. Maybe even 8. It would have to be 14 because we can spell a little bit. A little bit. I wish I could think of some witty commentary. God, what a bunch of preps. Really? No author's note? I said to Harry, fixing my tassels on the end of my cape. They had got a little bent with all the running around. You didn't say anything about wearing a cape until now. So now magically you have a cape. "I know," said Harry. "Say, want to take a visit to the Hogwarts Cemetery?" It's spelled with a C and all E's. I know people misspell it with an A, but it's actually all E's. "Sure," I said happily. "I love cemeteries." Still misspelled up the wazoo. They were my place to be all deposed and sad, and I could think about death. Author's note. Yay! Yeah. Me and Harry walked out of Hogwarts and into the cemetery. I'm trying to say this as all one word, but I fail. Andito, the cemetery. It's supposed to be and-into, but andito. "This is wonderful," I said, while perched on top of a gravestone. Total disrespect of the dead. "Let's read the epitaphs," which I'm pretty sure is misspelled, said Harry. "Harry, that's my favorite game." "It's not a game," I said, jumping off the gravestone and reading the writing on them. After we had finished doing that, we went back inside Hogwarts. It was time to go into the main hall for a meeting. I headed over to the Slytherin table, and Harry went to the Gryffindor table. Dumbledore was standing in the front of the hall. I looked across at Harry, who was sitting with his owl Hedwig. I think that's right, but I thought it was Hedwig. But what do I know? Harry gave Hedwig, damn it, now I'm messing up myself, gave Hedwig a biscuit, and Hedwig started to squawk loudly. "Quieten down, bird," boomed McGonagall, and the owl bead shut. "Now then," Dumbledore began, "Hagrid has been fired because, quite frankly, he is, well, there is no other term for it. He is one massive pet..." Okay, first of all, that's misspelled, and this is raping canon so bad. "Hagrid has been fired because, quite frankly, he is, well, there is no other term for it. He is one massive pedophile. He preys on little boys and girls, and I'm sure y'all remember the night Neville went missing." "What? Huh? Okay." The children gasped. Did I say more?" asked Dumbledore. "Poor Neville, may his memory stat with us. I remember the night Neville went missing." Seriously? What the fuck? Ugh. Please shoot this fanfic. I was having praise for it, for at least not being too bad, but that's going down the toilet really fast. It was a dark night, and Neville came in really late. Where are you going?" asked Harry, who was standing next to me. I have to go," said Neville, and Neville ran off out the door. "Neville, wait," yelled Harry, who followed him out, but when we went outside, he wasn't there. The next morning it was announced he was missing. "Do not let him anywhere near you," continued Dumbledore. "Even if he acts nice, hopefully he is gone by now, but you never know, N.O." Dumbledore trailed off. He looked at the window. There was a shadowy shape there. "Who is there?" asked Dumbledore. And I'm gonna quit because I have better things to do, like eat food. Be back. The shadowy shape didn't make a response. "I said, who is there?" screamed Dumbledore at the shape. Suddenly the shape started to move. "Snape!" yelled Dumbledore. "Oh, shape," yelled Dumbledore. "Identify yourself." The children stayed quiet. The shape unresponded. The shadowy shape started to jump up and down. I asked the shape in a scary voice. "Who am I? You're asking that after all these years." The shape started to laugh, but it wasn't a laugh, it was more like a cackle. Then the shape disappeared. The children all ran out of the main hall. Because it disappeared? Really? There, Harry was waiting for me. There where? "I think," said Harry to me, that was Voldemort, however the fuck you say his name. "It was pupillary, just some prep locking for attention," I said calmly. "Actually, we can find out what the shape was. Let's go outside." "Well, okay," Harry said, and followed me outside. Okay. We looked outside and saw the place where the shape had been. There were 2 giant footprints. "Hagrid!" I yelled, jumping up. "Aye, lassie," said Hagrid, coming, C-U-M-M-I-N-G, up behind them. "Yeah. You see, lassie, I can't help it. Yessie, you little children flying high up on your broomsticks, defying the laws of gravity. I just can't help but get a bone on." "You're sick," yelled Harry. "Aye, laddie," laughed Hagrid. "And it's gonna be a sick day tonight." "What?" "Stop what you are doing, you malfunction!" yelled McGonagall from behind us. Troublemakers, just who I suspected. Now run along." "What the hell?" "What?" McGonagall got out her wand, and Hagrid ran away, and we both went back inside. Author's note: oh my god, Hagrid is such a perv, guys. Anyway, how you like my story? This is so fucking stupid. That had no point to anything whatsoever. That was the most useless chapter in the world. And it's just chapter 12. And I have like, what, 23, 25 chapters? Yeah. I sat in my room for a while and listened to Simple Plan and My Chemical Romance on my Black Gothic iPod for a bit. It's a Black Gothic iPod, not just an iPod. Then there was W-U-S, a knock at the door, and I knew it was Harry. He couldn't come C-U-M in the ROM though, because then he'd look like a total perv. But you're gonna let him in anyway. So I turned off my iPod and went to the door and opened it. Stardust, I keep forgetting that's her name, said Harry. There's something I think you should see. What is it? I asked sexily. Just follow me, said Harry quietly. He brought me to Hogwarts' front field. In front of us, etched in the grass, was the words Harry and Stardust together forever. Did you write this? I asked. No, said Harry. I didn't, I swear. Well, I said, noticing Harry's, without an apostrophe S, sad look, I think it's sweet, adorable even. Who cares if we're together? Gothic love rules. Stupid preps just can't handle us. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Yeah, you can tell I'm kind of pissy. Harry laughed at my statement. I giggled too. I didn't. I thought it was incredibly retarded. But then Dumbledore came running out the door. And oh my god, now they're in trouble. T-H-E-R-E. And for what? And why? And when he's already said running out the door. Oh man, whatever. Just what do you think you're playing at? Writing words into the grass, Dumbledore bellowed. It wasn't us, yelled Harry. Well then, who writ that? Screeched Dumbledore like a banshee. I think that's misspelled, because I thought it was a bunch of S's. I shook my head. We don't know, I said. Dumbledore jumped up and down on the floor like a little kid, even though he's like, 500, however old he's supposed to be? I don't know why I put up with you twats, he screeched. Seriously, this is stupid. Suddenly, other children were coming, C-U-M-I-N-G, up to where we were to look at the words written in the grass. Then, all of a sudden, more words appeared on the grass. I-D-A-T. IDAT? I grinned to Harry, and Harry grinned to me. What the what? Yeah, I said that already. Now more words are appealing. Someone must be wanding them onto there, yelled Dumbledore. Dumbledore looked around until he saw a bright light of a wand. It was Ron. Okay. Yay! Chapter 13. Get it, 13, 'cause I'm goth and I like death. 13 has nothing to do with death. It's just a bad luck number. You are a stupid bitch. Oh, this is gonna be great for ranting later. Ron was lighting up the words in the grass. Dumbledore zapped his wand into the words, and immediately the grass grew on the words. Then Dumbledore ran off to catch Ron. We watched as Dumbledore grabbed Ron. Quit manhandling me, screeched Ron as Dumbledore picked him up and taken him away. Then the monophone on the wall announced a message. I actually don't know what that's actually called, but I just call it a speaker. You know, when I was in high school. Harry Potter, Stardust Glycerin, please report to Dumbledore's office now. That fast? Like Dumbledore couldn't actually tell them that himself. Stupid. We reluctantly went off. We had been in far too much trouble lately. Why did you do it? Asked Dumbledore. Ron just sat there. I said, why did you do it? Maybe he doesn't want to answer, okay, Harry said, while standing protectively next to me. Ron began. Hermione still wanted to be with Harry, so I made the words in the grass to make her know that she could never be with Harry, and that I loved her. I've been swooning after her all these years, and she still doesn't realize it. Oh, what the hell? Suddenly, Ron jumped up. Why don't you love me, Hermione? Dumbledore looked at Ron in shock. You're on detention. What? It's supposed to be detention, but it's like detention. Ron Weasley, yelled Dumbledore. You two, said Dumbledore, looking at us. You two go. Me and Harry left the room and set off to our dormitories, which is misspelled. Stardust, said Harry. Follow me. I have a surprise for you. Okay, it didn't say separate dormitories, but that still was implied. And now they're going together. What the hell? I smiled and followed him off. Harry went into the library. The library? I asked. This is boring. Oh, it won't be when I show you this, said Harry, who took a book from the bookcase and tossed it aside. Suddenly the bookcase opened and revealed a secret passageway, which is misspelled. Actually, it's passageway. We went down it and went into the corner. Harry roped off his clothes and I ripped off mine. Harry jumped on me and we started to do it. We screwed passively and affectionately. Suddenly we heard a voice come down the library. Not library, library. It's all right, Harry whispered. No one knows about this library but me. You mean the secret place you were supposedly in that apparently turned into a corner that now only you know the secret library, which I doubt is a secret library. Suddenly the bookcase began to open. Oh God, I said, jumping up. It's opening, quick. Put on our clothes. We frankly tried putting on our clothes. So stupid. The story makes no sense. And actually, that's not clothes, it's cloths. Put on your cloths. I messed that up. And we frankly tried putting on our cloths. Yeah. Author's note. Ooh, I left it on a cliffhanger for you all. Idiot. We went into the corner of the dark room with the claws put on weirdly. Then the Snape came in not the room. Suddenly he started to masturbating. You sicko, I screamed, and suddenly Snape runs off out of the room. What the hell? You guys go in there to screw. Snape goes in there to masturbate. And you're what the fuck? He's sick and you're not. Really? And if he wanted to masturbate, he'd be doing it in his own private chambers. Like you idiots should be doing. That was disgusting, Harry said. Let's get back to doing it. What the hell? And you, like I said, you guys aren't disgusting. This is completely stupid. After a while of doing it, authors know if you don't want all the details of it, you sicko. You don't want all the details of it, you sicko. Then why write porn in the first place? We headed out of the library and walked on down the corridor. Hermione was walking by herself without Ron about her. Hermione, Harry asked, but Hermione just walked off. Damn prep, Harry said. I smiled. We both shared the same hate for preps. It's so fucking stupid. I seriously want to beat the shit out of somebody for writing this. That's how bad of a mood I am in right now. Harry looked at me. What are you smiling about? Asked Harry. Oh, I said sexily, I'm just happy I'm out with someone as hot as you. Harry laughed and we both continued together down the corridor. We looked around. Our school is full of preps. All of a sudden, this gang of preps started to walk past us. What the fuck? Ha ha ha, began Luna Lovegood, the biggest prep in the whole school. You are a smelly goth. Fuck you, I said, and kicked her. Then the preps ran away. That's 'cause preps can't handle us gothly goths. I jumped in the air happily. I had yet another victory against the preps. Oh my god. I have a lot to say, but it can't be formed into words at the moment. It's just so stupid. I know I keep saying that, but like I said, without my brother here, there's not going to be much lively commentary from me, other than me laughing and bashing and throwing a fit. Author's note. Speaking of preps, if you leave a bad review, then you are a prep. I'm gonna leave a bad review, and I know I ain't no prep. And I ain't a poser like this bitch either. I woke up the next day with my black iPod in my hand. Simple plan were, because there's more than one simple plan, still playing. Author's note. I'm actually listening to them now as I write this, R-I-T-E. Who gives a shit? And I had dreamed about Harry all night long. I got up out of my bed and went downstairs. Harry was waiting for me as usual. No, we haven't established that was usual. Hey, Stardust, Harry said happily. Harry, I said happily and huggled him. Huggled. Yeah. You know, we don't put made-up words in the story. Okay? We just don't do that. Me and Harry and I, walked down the dark corridor, which is misspelled. I put out the lights with my wand 'cause I'm gothic and I don't like bright light, especially light from the sun. You fucking retard. The whole HOLE corridor was in darkness. I squealed with excitement. Harry just smiled 'cause men don't go squee. Yes, men do go squee. They do. And it's awesome when they do. And like I said, you're a fucking idiot. I walked back to the main hall when suddenly Ron jumped out. You two have made me into a lot of trouble, yelled Ron angrily. But we didn't do anything, which actually has a point, I said. Just leave me alone, screamed Ron, running off into the shadows. Okay, asked Harry. What in the hell? Which actually has a point, except for Ron being stupid. Then we walked off. Suddenly we were lost. How the hell do you get lost inside your own school? You live there. You eat, breathe, and everything Hogwarts. You can't just get lost. Haven't you been paying attention to where we were going? I asked Harry. Why, said Harry, jumping back. Why, I've never seen this part of the school. I think that's how you pronounce it. SCHOL, school before. Let's make an explore. Okay. I nodded. I've always wanted to explore the forbidden parts of the school, and now was my change. We're just making shit up! We're not writing a story, we're just randomly making shit up. We looked in front of us at a large wound door, and we opened it with our winds. Wow, that must be some breath you have. The door squeaked open. We went through the door, D-O-R, and all around us were magical items, broomsticks, wangs, magical wangs, Crystal balls, spell books, and magic potions. Stardust, said Harry, grabbing some of the potions. You must have huge pockets in your cape. Let's steal some, SUM, of these potions and we can test them and stuff. I would... test them, huh? We have no idea what the fuck these things do, but we're gonna test them and see and stuff. I grinned, stuffing my pockets with potions. I also took a spell book with a dark cover that might be gothic. Yeah, I really hope it is. Yeah, right. After we left the ROM and found our way back, we headed to the library to put the potions in our dark secrets room, far away in the corner, and even if someone did find them, no one would know it was us. But Snape knows about it because he was trying to masturbate, and he knows you saw him because you yelled at him. What? You guys are so stupid. How do you like it, guys? With a quotation mark. I don't know why. Maybe I can finish this whole stupid thing. But there's a sequel! Oh my god, there's a sequel. Let's kill myself. Ow! Ow! It doesn't work! Why does this living virus work? Ah, cry tears of blood! Sorry, having an emo moment there. We headed, without an A, back to our library. Didn't you just... Wait, what? We headed back to our library, hoping Snapper wouldn't return to procrastinate in it. You were already there. We saw the librarian was asleep in his pile of books at the other end of the room, so we went up to the bookcase and went to the secret room. You said nobody knew about that library. We put our Petians in the corner of the dark ROM, hoping no one would be able to see them. The fuck, you guys? You just already did that! And you didn't say anything anybody was there, and you was hoping Snape wasn't there. We looked, checking that all our potions were safe after we did that stealing. I kept my gothic-looking book with me. We didn't see gothing bad, get it, instead of nothing, 'cause I'm a goth and I like death. That has nothing to do with death, you stupid bitch. Harry smiled at me. We make quite a good team, he said happily. I know, I said sexily. Harry laughed, Laffed, as we went out the ROM, hand in hand. We walked up the isle. I took the book out of my pocket and started to try and read it, but before I could start to eye the words, the school bell started to ring. We bumped into Ron on the way to lesson. Ron looked like such a prep. What? When the fuck was Ron a prep? So now we don't like Ron. Ron, you prep, I said. Shut up, you goth, said Ron. What a prep? Just 'cause he tells you to shut up, poser, he's now a prep.
Don't you speak to her like that. If she started it. Your girlfriend's a whore, and she's not even a good person. And she had no reason to even say that to him. And he retaliated in a manner that's acceptable to the way he was treated. Don't speak to her like that, yelled Harry, pushing Ron aside. Yeah, it's 2 TOO against 1. What you gonna do? I asked happily. I'm gonna kill one bird with two sonnets, said Ron, picking up a rock from his bag. Suddenly Dumbledore walked past, so Ron put the rock back in his bag and ran off. Why, hello there, mouthed Dumbledore. I hope you're going to lessons. Yes, I said, getting out my timetable. I'm in magic lesson now. I dashed off to my lesson with Harry following me. What, you... If classes hadn't started yet? You should have fucking said so. Seriously? Author's note. I'm very happy with this so far. I showed it to my best friend in real life. That's relief for all you preps. She says RL, but I just went ahead and translated it as real life. And she said it was very good. She's a goth too, by the way, like me. Please leave nice reviews. If you're telling the truth, your friend was either pitying you or she's, imaginary. Reluctantly, we headed over to our ARE lessons. The bell rang as we got to the door. That's the wrong word, both in magic class, which was good, 'cause I sit next to Harry. The bad news was we had McGonagall. And even as Sir Isaac Newton discovered the essential light... What? And even as Sir Isaac Newton discovered the essential light bulb, us wizards had already mastered the art of power. How much electricity? Okay, McGonagall droned on. There's no reason for a comma there. No one wanted to hear her garble. You're in fucking class. It's a fucking lesson. If you don't want to hear it, skip class and get expelled. Just as she was talking about boring stuff, BOARING, Harry handed a note to me. I revealed it. It read, Hagrid wraps little Norway dragons. That's so stupid. I laughed reading the note. Hagrid is such a perv. There was no reason for that to be wrote. No, none at all. This has no point to anything. This is not how you read a story. McGonagall eyeballed at me. Have you something to say, child? She roared, pointing her finger at me. I shook my head. No, sir, I said. Ma'am. No, ma'am. Good. Now back to... I couldn't help it. I burst out laughing. Oh no, it was so embarrassed. Wretched child, screeched McGonagall. Why aren't you focusing on my lesson? This is impotent stuff, disrespectful dirt that plagues the heel of mighty Tartarus's shoes. Whatever. I giggled with Harry in the corner. McGonagall contented to eyeball us. At least we had our potions to test and stuff. I daydreamt for the remainder of the lesson about Harry and Simple Plan and Gothic things. Then we left. I went upstairs to have a read of my book, of my Bach, of my Bach, Boke. Maybe that's Boke. Harry went off to ride on his Brom and use his spell. Harry smiled at me sexily as I walked up the stairs. Yeah. Author's note. My real teacher shouted at me today as well, lol. So it's sort of done on that. Whatever. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? I'm pretty sure you don't care. I went back to my ROM and opened my Bach. It was the Autonomy of Bats. Authors know I have a real book like this, so I know what it's like. It's, without apostrophe S, great, by the way. I laughed gothically as I looked at the bat innards on the page. I'd like this book. Yeah. Yeah, if you're laughing at guts, that's called, psychopaths. Yeah, and, they're put away in insane asylums, which are not nice places, and given lots of medicines and put into straitjackets. It's not a nice place. You're gonna be a serial killer one day, and I'm gonna laugh, because they're gonna fuck you up. I put the book in my bag after I was done looking at the dead bats, when suddenly Harry came into the room, which is all one word. Well, came into is one word. Stardust, he yelled. Let's see our potent. I ran to the door and opened it. Me and Harry and I, ran downstairs. We went into our secret room in the library. We locked our potions. Let's do it first, said Harry shyly. Oh, Harry, I said sexily. You don't have to be... Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, Okay. Oh, Harry, I said sexily, you don't have to be shy around me. You haven't been... Oh my god, you are both such fucking morons. We took off our cloths and put them nearby us, just in case there were any distractions, and we needed to put back on our cloths. I screamed with joy as we screwed seductively. No, what the hell? Thought we were gonna drink potions, test them on ourselves, not have sex. Whatever, this story's stupid. Suddenly, tourists came into the room and started to photograph us. I thought you were in a secret room. Why would tourists be there? And why would they take photographs of naked people having sex in a public area? And photographs is misspelled. What? This is so stupid. I screeched of embarrassment. I would screech of your stupidity. We reached for our cloths, but some of the tourists had took them home as soon... What? You said that means they would have to come all around you. What? I think I read that whole sentence. We reached for our cloths, but some of the tourists had took them home as souvenirs. We tried to run out of the room, but were blinded by all the flashing camera lights. We ran through the tourists and ran all the way up to our dormitories. Without any cloths to cover us, we could still hear the noise of the tourists as we ran up the stairs. Then we thought our potisons. The tourists could be using them for evil. What? Me and Harry grabbed some cloths from our respective bedrooms and put them on. Then we ran back downstairs to the ROM. We burst into the room, but the tourists had already stolen all our potions as souvenirs. I thought they would be doing them for evil. Oh no, I said to Harry. Well, look at it this way, Stardust, said Harry. At least no one will know that we did it. We used... I think that's supposed to be now. It's spelled no, K-N-O-W. I looked on the floor around the dark ROM. The tourists were all running away now with our clothes in the air as a flag. What? I looked around, but every single potion was gone. We then heard footsteps. Harry, I yelled, don't you have your invisibility cloak? Why would I bring the cloak here? First thing that made sense, asked Harry. In the end, we both hid behind the bookcase, which apparently everyone can see through, so it's not a very good place to hide. Dumbledore stepped into the library. Oh no, said Dumbledore, talking to himself. Tourists, this is bad, very bad. Oh no, one of them... What? Oh no, said Dumbledore, talking to himself. Tourists, this is bad, very bad. Oh no, one of them has left a feces on the floor, and there on the floor was a small piece of poo. I could get finned if I don't pick that up, said Dumbledore sadly, who got a plastic bag and piked up the poo and put it in the nearest waste disposal unit. I had to restrain myself from laughing. It's funny to see Dumbledore have to do horrible things. That's not horrible, that's unfortunate. Dumbledore soon left the ROM. Me and Harry turned to each other, laughing. We went back upstairs to our dormitories, laughing all the way. All the way. Author's note. I bet none of you even saw that coming. How could I? That was completely random and stupid. How do you like it so far? If you leave, I'm not quite sure, L-I-E-F, a bad review, then you're a prep. I hate preps. And I hate the idiots like this even more. Well, actually, no, I hate morning people because how they can be so happy and cheery at 8 in the morning astounds me. It also pisses me off because all I want to do is go back to bed. I woke up the next day still holding on to my Gothic iPod. Wow, is that like super glue to your hand? She's like, can't get rid of it. Come on, give on. Oh, man, a Band-Aid's not going to cover that. It's bleeding everywhere. It's okay, I'll slip my wrist. It was still playing some dark Gothic tunes. Well, I would imagine so, if that's all you put on there, and it's on repeat. And at least you're charging it. I went downstairs to the main room. There was a raw chicken in front of me. Just then my chicken turned to chicken nuggets. I started to eat them. The hell? Suddenly, tourists ran into the room and took my remaining chicken nuggets as what? Suddenly, tourists ran into the room and took my remaining chicken nuggets as souvenirs. No, I yelled. Suddenly, tourists pushed me off my chair I was sitting on and took it as a souvenir. This is getting ridiculous, I said angrily. I ran out of the room and ran to Harry. Harry, I said to him, tourists are everywhere. What will we do? What do we do? I don't know, Harry said. I looked sadly at him. I thought he would know what to do. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran down the stairs and charged at the tourist. Get out of my school, he screamed, but the tourist unresponded. He charged into the tourist, but suddenly the tourist grabbed him and took Dumbledore away as a souvenir. Maybe, I said to Harry, this is our change to redeem ourselves. Harry looked at me blankly. You know, I said, if we stop the tourists, we will be like totally accepted in this school. I mean, come on, I don't have that many friends as this school is full of preps. No, I think you don't have friends because you're a bitch. I mean, look what you did to Ron. You just randomly started to call him a name after he is so nice and wrote, that you loved Harry in the grass and got in trouble for it. I mean, that was awfully nice of him to do. And you were just a bitch to him. Harry smiled, because apparently he realizes she's a special needs case. You were always the smart one, he said, giggling. He's right as well. I have won awards for my smartness. No, you haven't. The only award you've won is a Darwin Award. We looked at all the tourists gathering around. I sprayed on some gothic dark perfume and got a giant piece of paper. What's that gonna do for anything? But suddenly the tourist grabbed my piece of paper as a souvenir. Oh no. Big deal! You just said you got a giant piece of paper. Then they grabbed Harry and took him off a souvenir. Stardust, he yelled while they took him away. Harry, I screeched. I ran up to my dormitory before they took me to. Yeah, totally abandon your boyfriend. Well, that solved nothing. We're gonna save Dumbledore, because we want to be accepted by a school full of preps who we don't like. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And then abandon our boyfriends and save ourselves. I sat on my bed and looked at the window. Harry was put in a cage with all their other souvenirs. Our cloths, nice cloths too. Harry, Dumbledore, even my chicken nuggets. And now there was some insects on them. Yuck. Well then don't eat them. But one thing was strangely absent, our potions. I thought about it for a while. I would have to do something to distract them, and now my old plan was ruined, which we never actually said what that was to start with. Then giant pieces of paper all fell down from the open store cupboard, and they fell in a pile around me. I smiled as I tried to contort a plan. Author's note. Oh no, Harry is gone. What will Stardust do without him? Find out. I Ike next time, lol. I sat there in a pile of giant papers, trying to think of what to do. The tourists were still all over the place, trying to take everything they could as souvenirs. I started listening to Simple Plan on my hot gothic iPod. It's hot now. Maybe she needs to turn it off. It might explode. Please, explode. Explode! Kill her. I got really into it, and then I felt a hand on me. I turned. A tourist was there, trying to take my iPod as a souvenir. I thought you locked your door. No, not all my Simple Plan music, I thought as those racing through my head. Anything but that, I worked too hard for this. I'm sure you worked. I screamed loudly as I kicked the tourist in his thingy. The tourist backed off and ran away, back to the other tourists. I could hear them downstairs. A lot of shouting and screaming. Just who do you think you are, taking my hat? I, for one, shall not tolerate this, you disrespectful gentleman. It was McGonagall. Someone must have took her hat, to use as a souvenir. I looked at my iPod, for I had protected it. Then I thought of Harry. I took my iPod out of my ears. Wow, I had no idea that iPods were that small that they could fit into your ears, and put it in my bag. I put it in a secret compartment. I took my bat block too, and put that in the secret compartment. Then I zipped up the bag. Now that secret compartment must not be very secret if you just put a book in it. That's probably huge if it's all about bat anatomy. Then I put the bag under my bed. It would not become a souvenir. Yeah, like hiding under the bed is going to do anything. If they can get into your locked room. I looked around. There was nothing to plan with. Then I looked on the floor in front of me. Giant pieces of paper. I thought of landmark moments and picked a moment in my head. I could only think of one. Well, I don't have time to kit there and study a map. I have to make Tim for Gothic things. What? And began to map out my plan in my head, from distraction the tourist to freeing the souvenirs. Author's note, really near the end, guys, so please leave nice reviews. That was a really short chapter. I got a giant piece of pepper, and drew in Eiffel Tower on it. I threw the piece of paper outside and it started to float in the wind. Then it landed on the floor. All the tourists ran away to try and catch the Eiffel Tower outside. They were all trying to be the first to catch the paper. The tourists were all preoccupied, so I locked all the doors, D-O-R-S, of Hogwarts, which took a long time. The tourists were still outside fighting over the paper. I climbed out the window, with no W at the end, and ran to the cage. It was locked. Harry looked up at me. Harry, I asked him quietly, do you know where the key is? Harry shook his head. I don't know, Stardust. Shaking his head signifies he don't know. He doesn't need to say it. I looked for a key. I turned around and then I saw a magpie on the floor with the key. The magpie let out a loud quack. I don't know if they quack. I got out my wand and shoot at the magpie. I took the key from the magpie and threw the stunned magpie into the pile of tourists, and they fighted over that too. T-O, not T-O-O. I turned the key into the lock and released the souvenirs. Harry ran out and the Dumbledore ran out, and me and Harry grabbed our cloths. The insects had already ate all my chicken nuggets, so I let those bugs do their thing. I wouldn't want to eat them anyway after all this commotion. We all ran back to Hogwarts. We watched out the window as the tourists fighted over paper. Then the paper ripped. They released it. Wasn't the real tower. Wouldn't that be obvious? The stunned magpie suddenly became unstunned and started to fly away, squawking as it did. The tourists also saw their souvenirs was gone. The tourists also saw their souvenirs was gone, so they all ran away to look for new ones. Knew. Stardust nitroglycerin, yelled Dumbledore happily. Get it, nitroglycerin, 'cause I'm still such a sex bomb. No, you're a fucking nitwit. This was your idea? Shouted Dumbledore. This deserves an award. No, it deserves Seventian. And as a reward, I'm going to banishment all preps from our great school. I squealed of excitement. Thanks, Stardust, said Harry, and I smiled at him. You're welcome, I said happily. Author's note. Seriously, really near the end of this now. Totally all in chat speak. Wow. This is so amazingly stupid it hurts. Yes! Last chapter, thank God! Dumbledore gave me a medal. I looked at the medal. It had a picture of Hogwarts which isn't capitalized, on the front, and it shined brightly, almost luminous. I think Harry should have one too. He helped me, I said shyly, and Dumbledore presented Harry with a medal too. I smiled and looked around at the tables. There were only gothly goths, no preps or posers. My drum had come true. Also, anyone could go to a Simple Plan concert whenever they like. No more of this, you can't go feces. Okay. Harry looked at me and we kissed passionately in front of the huge crowd. Bright indoor fireworks started. I guess that's supposed to be started, or it looks misspelled to me. To go of as the crowd cheered and clapped. They were dazzling. The crowd all stood up as we tongued each other, and they cheered for that too. Suddenly, everyone wants to be my friend. It's wonderful, but Harry is the only man for me. I have many other Gothic friends now. All the preps committed genocide in their ROMs 'cause they could not handle it. I looked behind me at a cine tot read Gothic forever. I smiled at my fellow Goths, all thanks to that one little incident. My name is Stardust Ember Delirium Nitroglycerin, and I am the most liked girl in the entire school. Author's note. Hope you liked that, guys. Seriously, I worked hard on this, so I'm so glad the preps are gone, aren't you? By the way, speaking of that, don't leave a comment if you're a prep. Oh my god, this is so bad. This was horrible. This was a really bad story. I can't. This had nothing to do with anything. It was entirely retarded.